Just get like a...
Get down.
Why?
That's not how this game works.
Sai, can you do it? You know how to do command. There he is. There it is. There it is. It's down. Everyone sit.
Campfire.
Everyone sit.
Okay, campfire stories time. I got my
Alright.
flashlight to shine on my own face.
Do we have some
This is
barbecue?
gonna be
Maybe
kinda-
some
Everyone's
some
gonna
s'mores?
stick.
That works.
Ooh.
I did not know that works. I did not know that this works.
We're free!
We're free.
We're
Oh,
just
there's
gonna ignore
vents
this.
right here.
Yes,
Okay,
I'm
who's
hungry.
first?
Okay, I'm sorry. I have to confess, I am really bad at telling campfire stories. Do not look at me.
Yeah.
All right, you guys ready to hear a scary story?
Yes.
My body is ready.
Go.
Okay,
I mean, I'm not even...
scary story time. A young
Change-
Englishman named
change it
Aubrey
to-
meets a man of mysterious origin, Lord Ruthven. Aubrey goes to Rome along with Lord Ruthven, but the relationship gets strained when Ruthven seduces a mutual friend's daughter. Aubrey then goes to Greece and meets a young woman, Ianthe, with whom he falls in love. Ianthe narrates to Aubrey about the famous legends of the vampire there. Soon after, Ruthven joins Aubrey in Greece, and eventually, Ianthe is found killed by a vampire. Without connecting the dots, Aubrey accompanies Ruthven in his travels. One day, the two men get attacked by bandits, leaving Ruthven fatally wounded. Before dying, Ruthven makes Aubrey swear that he will keep his death a secret for 1 year and 1 day. Aubrey finds Ruthven a little suspicious. Aubrey comes back to London, but shockingly sees Ruthven coming there shortly, very much alive. Ruthven again tells Aubrey to remain faithful to his oath. Soon after, he starts seducing Aubrey's sister. Aubrey tries but fails to protect his sister. Defeated, he undergoes a nervous breakdown. The day the oath ends is the day Ruthven and Aubrey's sister are getting married. Aubrey is breathing his last. He writes a letter to his sister and mentions everything about Ruthven. Unfortunately, the letter does not reach on time, and they get married. On the wedding night, the sister is found killed by a vampire with her lifeblood sucked out. Ruthven goes missing. That was a really bad scary story.
That's it?
I'm
Ah!
actually gonna have nightmares.
You know...
Again.
What?
I wasn't
It was a
listening
story
half
about
the
a-
time.
That was a
That
generic
was not
vampire
scary.
story.
I didn't even know what that was about. I couldn't get it.
Me
There was
neither.
I couldn't-
obvious. The
Can you
guy was a
repeat it,
vampire
like-
player. It was obvious.
What? I don't get it. What's the
Night of the
punchline?
Millennium?
You want me to read one? Can I read?
You wouldn't
Oh,
strike
here,
yourself
here,
out.
I'll tell you a true
snowing.
story. So, one night, I was playing FNAF, right?
Oh god, no, don't talk about FNAF. No, it's scary.
So basically,
Oh, no.
yeah, so I suck at FNAF and then all the power went out. The exact second that all the power went out in the game, the power went out in my house in real life.
No.
And I was very scared.
Alright, you guys ready? Once upon a time, there was an ugly barnacle. Who was so ugly that everyone died. The end.
Wow, what a good story. That's better than mine. Why? No, I don't
So
want
ugly
to
that
be
everyone
here
died.
anymore. Let me
The
out.
Sorry,
end.
I couldn't resist.
Alright.
Do
do
you
that
guys
as
want to
well.
do scary story Mad Lib?
Yeah, that's what I was
Wait,
thinking.
yes,
Mad
scary
Libs.
story Mad Libs. Hold on.
Okay.
You pull it up.
Alright.
scary.
Give me an adjective.
Wait, okay, so what
I got it,
order
I
are we
got
gonna
it.
go
No,
in?
It's an
no,
adjective.
It's not. Adjective is a descriptive word, so
Okay.
slimy.
Okay.
Okay.
We gotta think of scary words.
Yeah.
That's a
My
fun
grammar
word.
is atrocious. Yeah, so is my spell.
Just to give us things,
I'm
and
gonna
then
die.
you can read it to us when we're done. Just
Verb.
read it.
Yeah.
Verb.
Okay.
Ran.
Ran.
Or run. I guess it's run. Run.
Yeah,
run.
like
Is
a verb
it
ending
run?
in ing
Wait.
would be-
Run. Yeah, run. Run is the verb. It usually specifies if it needs to be a verb ending in ing or if it was a
Okay, adjective.
past tense.
Spooky.
Yeah, spooky.
Dark.
Yeah,
Dark?
whatever. Whatever.
Which one of those?
Alright,
Okay,
give me a
let's-
noun.
Elephant.
Elephant. Alright.
Elephant.
How do you
Horses.
spell that?
Yes.
Yeah. Color. Give me a color.
Blue. No, black.
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 Yellow.
No, wait. Charcoal gray.
Plural noun.
Plural noun. Lamps. Street lamps.
Skulls.
Okay.
I like skulls. That's scarier.
Okay. Give me a verb.
8.
Serious.
I don't know. I don't know the lib you do.
Adjective.
Smelly.
Okay, verb.
Fell.
Slept.
Or
Throw.
fall.
Oh, okay.
Fall.
fell. Noun.
Egg.
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 Alright, adjective. Last one.
Moist.
Moist. Alright.
Moist.
Okay. Tonight is the night when all of the slimy monsters come out to run. Okay.
This is
Spooky
great.
witches with big elephants and black shoes make potions of very spooky brews. Vampires with skulls and long red capes visit with friends in search for neck napes. What? Ogres and ghosts sometimes eat and play. Just the
Yeah.
number 8, Shadow. Thanks.
Yeah,
Thanks for
beautiful.
the 8.
Oh, I never said.
Beautiful.
I said eat as in eat, like the
Oh.
past tense of eat.
Oh.
What did you? Do you think I meant the number?
Yeah. And okay, and sometimes 8 and play. On this what? Smelly October day, all the trick-or-treaters. Whatever.
Hey, it's not
something
that time of the
something
month yet.
something have a
Put 'em
moist
away.
Halloween. Just read just read r/no sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Crumples up paper.
Jason. Long before I ended up in this prison, I had a baby brother. He was around 2 years old.
Did you eat
His
him?
short, scraggy blonde hair and sassy attitude make him the most popular baby for all my friends to fawn over. He's been learning to talk, learning basic words, mommy, daddy, kitty, you know, the basic words a toddler should
Yeah.
know. Just last week, he's been learning words like he, she, and or. They're his new favorite words because it lets him speak in more detail. He's a smart kid. One of his favorite things to do is play outside. Our beautiful log cabin style house has a huge yard in the back, and one of my favorite things to do is watch my baby brother play in the backyard. Well, around 3 or 4 days ago, it was getting pretty dark. My mother was almost done with dinner, so I got up from the spot on our back porch where I was sitting sketching to pick him up and head back inside for dinner. You ready to go inside? Mommy's got food. I said this in my usual baby voice. I was expecting whining and fighting before dragging him inside where he would eventually shut up because of stuffing his face with food like he usually does. But the thing is, he turned towards me and reached his arms up to me, gesturing for me to pick him up. Maybe he's just tired or extra hungry today, I thought. I didn't see anything out of the usual. When we got inside, dinner wasn't quite done, so he and I sat in the family room. What?
That ain't the kid. That I can already tell that's not
Jump
the
into
kid.
conclusion.
Do you want me to hold your
Tyler.
hand?
Yes.
Okay, you two hold hands by the tree, and we'll be over here by the campfire. When we got
Nice.
inside, dinner wasn't quite done, so he and I sat in the family room, where he jumped up on the sofa, looking at the back window, at where he was playing only a minute before. "What's up, buddy?" I asked in the same baby voice as earlier. "Scary," he said, frowning. "Oh, is it dark scary? It's getting towards early winter, so it's getting darker earlier and earlier. Maybe he's not used to playing outside when it gets dark all of a sudden." "It's okay, bud." I was interrupted by an abrupt and defiant "No!" He pointed out the window, where I can only assume was a tall oak tree that stood in the back of our extensive yard. "He's scary."
Okay, now I'm scared.
It's a tree.
Bruh!
There was a huge emphasis on the he.
He's talking to the Lorax, dude.
I'm actually
He
scared.
doesn't, and the kid doesn't like Danny
I am
DeVito's voice.
genuinely shook.
Of all the words he used, I knew he knew what that word meant. Who's scary?" I asked, my babyish tone disappearing for a second as I looked out at the yard. My mother turned the backyard porch light on so I could draw, and I could see the entire yard. There was nobody there. "Don't worry, bud. Nobody's out there. Maybe he just saw a shadow. It's easy to scare a toddler." "It was just a shadow." I brushed it off. It clearly didn't mean much, but I was still a little on edge. That night at dinner, he kept on repeating the same 2 words. "Scary man, scary man, scary man." My mother looked at me worriedly, her eyes demanding answers. "Did you see a scary shadow outside?" My mother smiled a bit and returned to eating her food as I spoke in my baby voice to this young, stubborn toddler. "No!" He shook his head defiantly. "It was just a shadow, bud." I was interrupted yet again by another defiant "No!" He shook his head and said, "No, outside. Inside."
I'm
You okay,
actually
Shadow?
scared. No, I'm actually freaking out.
Don't worry, it's the end of the
How-
story.
okay.
Do we need to
Is
go
it
back to
story?
holding your hand?
That's the end of it. That's the end of it.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah, you're
So
welcome.
Shadow.
What?
So you might want to look behind you.
No, friggin'.
Dude, whenever I see or hear something scary, I always gotta look behind me.
Nothing's behind me. We're good.
Okay, good. Yeah,
But
yeah,
did
yeah,
you check under your bed? Did you check inside your closet?
You're making me paranoid. I'm scared.
Anyways,
Yay.
so Josh, you know the Curse of La Lorena? La Lorena, or pronounced the Wailing Woman, is a
No.
legend
Okay.
about
No.
it.
Nope.
No,
What?
No. No. I'm open now. The Wailing Woman. No.
I mean, what would you prefer, the Crier?
I would prefer
not.
not
Do
the
it.
story.
Did.
It's a legend, right?
I didn't
So
mute you yet.
basically, is a legend.
Thank you, Josh.
The Wailing Woman is a legend about a ghost woman who drowned her children in a river while she was like, I don't know, she's like crazy, and she mourns their deaths for eternity, and she walks around like the rivers, like any river, and she looks for children to kill and drown, just like to like replace her children, and that's why people like hear like crying coming from like a river. They like think it's like La La Reina.
Or
Yeah, that's
someone
pretty
who's
much it.
drowning, like literally drowning. Like, I can't go over there. That's La La Reina, and someone just dies. I mean, I have a second scary story. It's a little bit longer though.
Yes,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
want to
let's just
hear
keep
it.
going
I
with
like
the spooky
scary
stories.
stories.
It's actually less scary though.
Okay.
Okay.
I mean,
Hey, demon, where are you in my room? Pause it. No.
Okay, well,
supernatural.
I need to have a cool dramatic transition behind this tree. Hold on.
Okay,
Okay.
yeah, more
Second
dramatic
scary
transition.
story time.
Oh, it's me.
Dry.
Yeah.
Yeah. This one. You got this. You're almost there. Oh, this sucks.
Yo, what's good?
I'm also here. This is based off of true stories.
Oh no.
Not actually, no, it's not based off true
Oh my
stories.
God.
It was inspired by true stories, just by me hanging out with Discord calls with friends. So, I'm friends with this girl named Lizzie. We met through Discord on one of my friend's servers. We've been friends for months. We've been doing nightly voice calls as of a few weeks ago, just talking endlessly into early hours in the morning. With Corona happening, there's no reason we can't talk super late, so as long as we aren't too loud and wake up our families. We don't do video calls, and she said she isn't comfortable with how she looks, and it's the internet, so I don't want to be that creep asking to see a teenage girl's face. For that same reason, I've never asked for her full real name. All I know is her name is Lizzie. We talk about what? Yeah,
No.
ask your question. Ask your question.
Said it's like based on true stories.
No, it's
Something?
just I have friends that I talk with on the internet, and so I'm like, I could do a scary story off this.
I wonder who it is.
So
Wow.
yeah, I wonder. It's not like anyone's called Fizzy. Josh, what's your real name in real life? Is it Jerome? Jihad?
God.
We talk about a whole variety of things, whether it be our childhood experiences, our mutual hatred for rude people, or weird things that happen to us. The one thing that always stuck out to me is her belief in the paranormal. She always says that she's had so many experiences with paranormal things happening to her. Lampposts going out above her while she's walking down the street, objects falling down after nothing touching them. I never believed in it. I thought those were the types of weird things that happen to everyone, and if you're looking for it, you think, whoa, I'm haunted by ghosts. I always poked fun at her, saying stupid crap like, did anything spooky happen to you today? Generally, she'd groan at my horrible jokes, so we continue on with our talks, moving on to other subjects. This last week, though, she'd been talking more and more of those weird things. She kept seeing things out of the corner of her eye, hearing footsteps behind her as she walked. I thought it was a joke, so I did the usual, poke fun at it, and we changed the subject. I should have listened better. Last Sunday night, I listened to a sad love song. It sounds stupid, but just brought this sudden loneliness to me, so when she messaged me about our nightly calls, I hobbled out of bed to my computer so I could just listen to her. I love hearing her talk. When I asked her about her day, she mentioned how remarkably she hadn't had anything weird happen that day. In fact, everything had gone right. She finished her homework early, went on a walk, found a huge gold coin on the ground. Even mentioned seeing a double rainbow. I didn't think much of it, but I was glad she was happy, because it made me happy. She continued to talk, so I just let my head rest against my arms, just listening, letting her beautiful voice fill my head, flooding out the thoughts of how alone I was. Around 4 a.m., I noticed the call was being a bit buggy. It took me a while. We've mentioned to each other the Discord might have been having server issues and kept chatting as usual. Then I noticed something that didn't startle me at first. When Discord's having connection problems, it starts cutting out. This wasn't cutting out or lagging, it was buzzing. Not loud, not interrupting, just a slow buzz. It started to get a bit louder, and asked if Lizzie had left her fan on, or if something might be causing that noise on her end. Wait, it's not your fan? Lizzie responded. Of course it wasn't my fan. It's 60 degrees in my house. Why would I freeze myself more? Just at that moment, the buzzing escalated to the point that I couldn't hear the sound of my own thoughts. The electric hum becoming unbearable. I almost threw my headphones to the ground. I wish I had. Just as I was about to back off from my computer, the buzz stopped. I leaned back in towards my microphone. Hello? I feared even a moment's pause, but I was relieved when I heard the sound of her voice. Yeah, that was weird. My relief faded when her voice stopped. Not to lag, no. I heard her bedroom door. Why wouldn't it be her family? Of course it was her family, right? After that, there was a long pause and silence. What the? I heard her eventually say. She sounded further away from her mic. I assumed that she was standing now, investigating what happened at her door at 4 a.m. Then I heard the growl. It wasn't like the growl of a wolf or a dog, or any animal I've ever heard. It sounded like a mix of bubbling tar and metal scraping against concrete. That's the best I can explain it. I heard the sound of something crash. Probably a shelf of her candles or pottery. Either she tried to run, or whatever made that noise decided to attack. Whatever that crashing was, it didn't stop the thing. The next noise I heard was the most possibly blood-curdling scream you could ever imagine. The sound of fear and agony. I knew what made that noise, unlike whatever was making that growl. I heard that voice every night, the last month, comforting me when I needed it, and bringing me laughs in this dark time. It was Lizzie. The growl seemed to fade away, leaving the area. I screamed, the shock of hearing all of this finally fading off. Liz! I should have hung up, stayed silent, done anything else. Because I didn't hear anything from Lizzie. All I heard was that growl again, slowly becoming louder and louder until it stopped. I knew I had made a mistake by yelling, but I was frozen by fear. I was startled by the sudden ping of something metallic. A coin? Did it flip a coin? Before I could decipher what the noise was, buzzing from before came again. This time, infinitely louder. It became so loud, so suddenly, that I threw my headphones off onto my desk out of instinct. In the time it took me to blink, Discord bugged out. I saw odd symbols, glitching text, and Discord crashed. A few seconds later, my desktop blue screened. It's been a week. I tried getting my PC checked out, but the hard drive is fried. Everything's gone. I haven't talked to police because they wouldn't believe me. I don't know her name. I haven't even seen her face, so what would they be going off of anyway? I'm just some stupid kid who got catfished on the internet. I tried installing Discord on my phone and logging in, but Lizzie's account is gone along with every trace I'd have ever contacted her. My friends are just as confused as I am. I've been taking walks to clear my mind. The strange thing happened this morning, though. I got up early for once, and I'd been staying up late without a computer or a friend to talk to. I showered and went out around 7 a.m., listening to the birds chirping, the air still a bit cold from the night, the grass still wet from dew. As I walked along my normal path and through the graveyard, past the school I used to attend, I saw something shiny in the gutter. It caught my eye, the barely lit sky reflecting off its surface. I went closer and bent down to pick it up. A large golden coin.
How'd this become a prison to horror? Like,
Because it
Yeah,
just
Halloween. Halloween just
was
around
this
the
pre-recorded
corner.
for Halloween?
Okay?
It's July
This
16th.
It's
The
almost
Halloween
August!
recording!
It's a Halloween recording.
We're not gonna post this until
I'm
Halloween.
in my Halloween.
mean-
I'm gonna
Okay.
edit this and then set it to October 31st.
Okay,
But
so
guys, we recorded this in July.
Recorded this in July.